the fools, the fools, the fools! They have left us all Fenian dead, and while Ireland holds these graves, Ireland unfree shall never be at peace.
The words spoken by Padraig Pearse at the graveside of O'Donovan Rossa in 1915 awoke Irish Republicans to what was coming, the Easter Rising 1916.
Oro shidva hawalya, oro shidva hawalya, oro shidva hawalya, ahanisher haktan tauri. Shidva banvarim vadadei agulak to the avian who higvra he shall up near log is to deal to lesh nagolov, oro shidva hawalya.
In 1921, just 5 years after the Easter Rising, Britain partitioned Ireland, leaving 6 counties under British rule.
Oro shidva hawalya, oro shidva hawalya, ahanisher haktan tauri.
Come all you young rebels and list while
Irish Republicans never accepted partition or British rule in Ireland, and various IRA campaigns led to the 1956 border campaign.
fear with the speed of a flame and makes us all part of the patriot game. My name is O'Hanlon, I'm just gone 16. My home is in Monaghan, and there I was weaned. I was taught all my life cruel England to blame, and so I'm a part of the patriot game.
The civil rights movement exposed the sectarian northern statelet. In 1972, British soldiers murdered 14 Irish civilians on the streets of Derry, known as Bloody Sunday.
I'm 90 miles from Dublin town, I'm in the hedge block sound to help you.
In 1981, Britain's continued occupation, oppression, discrimination and murder in Ireland witnessed 10 brave Irish Republicans dying on hunger strike for freedom.
For I'm joined by men and women in the Kesh and Armagell. It all began one morning I was dragged to Castlereagh. And though it was 3 years ago, it seems like yesterday.
The British government's long-term strategy was always a power-sharing arrangement in Stormont. The 1994 ceasefires paved the way for the Good Friday Agreement, a failed internal settlement, with Ireland still occupied and still under British rule. We totally reject a border poll, as it is only people who are living in the 6 counties who would be eligible to vote. Therefore, a border poll discriminates against the majority of citizens in Ireland and ultimately gives Britain and Unionists a veto on Irish unity. An All-Ireland referendum is the only way to restore the democratic right of the Irish people for freedom and independence. For all those who oppose British rule in Ireland, nothing has changed. Republicans face internment and PSNI MI5 state harassment. I quote James Connolly 1915, "Ruling by fooling is a great British art with great Irish fools to practice on."
Oh, then tell me, Sean O'Farrell, tell me why you hurry so. Hush, my vocal, hush and listen, and his cheeks were all aglow. I bear all this from the captain, get you ready quick. I'm here in Carrick-on-Shannon, in County Leitrim, at the birthplace of the patriot and one of the signatories of our proclamation, Sean McDermott. I'm very honoured to say a few words about One Ireland, One Vote. It's probably the most exciting idea that I've seen with regard to democracy in Ireland over the last generation. And it's even more so important today because the denial of the democratic rights of the Irish people have been continuous from London. They denied us the right to have a parliament back in 1801. We were denied, indeed, by a man of peace, Dan O'Connell, to have that parliament restored by the threat of mass murder in October of 1843. Every constitutional politician has been humiliated over the last 150 years. And the reason, the London government have a great fear of democracy. And indeed, when Ireland voted in 1980, and indeed for the return of an independent parliament, that vote of democracy was turned down by the British government. Because when democracy doesn't suit them and it's on the wrong side, it's overruled. So I encourage everybody, particularly our overseas supporters, our diaspora, to get involved in this wonderful idea.
And the Rafi boys for freedom, 'tis the rising of the moon, 'tis the rising of the moon, 'tis the rising of the moon.
My name is Barry Monteith. I'm an independent councillor in Dungannon. As we move into 2016, that we have an opportunity also for revitalising the Republican campaign for freedom and unity, and a fantastic opportunity in doing so is the One Ireland, One Vote campaign, calling for an All-Ireland Referendum on Irish freedom, which gives us the opportunity to free our country in a peaceful and democratic manner, and it will be a great opportunity in 2016 to take that message forward.
At the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon, for the place must be together at the rising of the moon.
I'd like to welcome you to Newry, County Down, to the statue of John Mitchell, a famous Irish patriot who represented this town and who is buried in a nearby cemetery. And we're fighting for the same thing that Mitchell fought for, and that's the independence of our country, free from British rule and misgovernment. I'd just like people to support the concept of One Ireland, One Vote. I think it's a very realistic but also a very brave thing for the 1916 societies to do. And coming up to the centenary of next year, which we will celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Easter Rising, I think it's very important that all Irish people throughout the island of Ireland and beyond support our One Ireland, One Vote.
The rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon, and 1,000 blades were flashing.
Bernice Swift is Anam Dum. I am an independent Republican councillor from County Fermanagh, and I fully support the 1916 Society's flagship One Ireland One Vote petition and campaign to demand an All-Ireland referendum for Irish unity. I have already signed my name to the petition, and I am asking everybody to do the same. Please sign your name to the petition and make the demand for an All-Ireland referendum for Irish freedom and independence. Make your name known on the petition so that your name can echo and reverberate throughout the world, making the demand for freedom and independence for Ireland. We want freedom and independence now. Chucky Arla.
And a man was burning known, who would follow in their footsteps at the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon.
All citizens living in Ireland and Irish emigrants living abroad will be entitled to vote on Irish unity in the referendum. Irish freedom and independence can be achieved. The 1916 societies have emerged as the Republican alternative. The campaign for an All-Ireland referendum on Irish unity has started, and we encourage everyone to join and play your part. Our mandate for a united Ireland will be the hundreds of thousands of signatures on the petitions. We contend that the will of the Irish people is for change. This is a citizens' initiative for the freedom and independence of Ireland.
For he saw, hush my vocal, hush and listen, and his cheeks were all aglow. I bear orders from the captain, get you ready quick and soon, for the pikes must be together at the rising of the moon, at the rising.
In the words of Sean McDermott, we end by saying, "Damn your concessions, England. We want our country."
At the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon, for the pikes must be together.